Angel Khanyile joining us to expand a little bit on this. Angel, good to have you. Thank you very much for your time. I mean, is this essentially a democratic alliance voting in the Lekwa municipality to remove a mayor in favor of the ANC?
Thank you very much for having me. And in answering your question, we have removed the executive mayor, Mr. Delani Thabethe, because of the unavailability of services, especially basic services in Lekwa. We have areas in Lekwa that have not had water for more than 10 years. Although that situation happened before his time, but he knows about it. And while he was campaigning, he promised to resolve all those issues within 3 months. But over and above that, the executive mayor took the office in the past 24 months. In the past 5 months or 4 months, we have noticed a huge deterioration in terms of supply of water in other parts of Lekwa, actually in all wards in Lekwa, even in areas that have never struggled with water before. And our attempts to get hold of the mayor, they all failed, and there was no communication that was forthcoming. Initially, the load shedding was blamed, and the load shedding got better, but our water situation did not improve. There was a time where we would go for 6 days without water. We will even use up all the water that we would have stored in the bucket. And we tried to call the executive mayor. I tried to call the executive mayor. He was not taking my calls. I tried to contact his office. I asked one of our councillors to make an appointment with him. About 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to meet with him at 4 o'clock. When we got to his office, he told us that he was busy in another meeting and asked that we wait for him or we reschedule the meeting. We were busy with the by-election. We then suggested that we will reschedule, and that meeting was never rescheduled. And we feel that the mayor was not cooperating, and the mayor was not willing to offer any answers. He was actually running away. And coming to the second part of your question, we will never vote with the ANC, and we will never vote with the EFF. We have always been very clear when it comes to that stance. And I'd also like to clarify the issue of coalition. The provincial leader during the march, when she indicated that we're not in a coalition with the LCF, it was not an indication of a relationship that was breaking down. It was a stance that we took initially. If you look even at the executive positions that I held in Lekwa, those positions are held by the LCF, by the EFF, by the ATM as well. The FF Plus together with the DA, we are not in executive. We are not in coalition with them. Yeah. What we did, we said to them, we are going to vote with them on matters where we support them. We supported their mayor because we believe that the mayor of the LCF was going to rescue Lekwa, because Lekwa was in a worse state actually when he took over. Sadly, things kept deteriorating. And coming to council issues as well, we voted with them on an item-to-item basis on issues where we agreed on. And on issues where we were not in agreement, we opposed those issues. So we were never in a coalition with the LCF. We were part of their voting.
Some kind of voting alliance, it seems. But even that voting alliance seemed to have deteriorated, because if we are to assume now that the EFF actually voted against this motion, it means they are essentially not with you in how you voted in this matter. Yourself and the Freedom Front Plus, you won't even have enough votes to install your own mayor in that municipality.
What we want now, we want this municipality to be placed under administration. We will be writing a letter to the MEC of Kota within the province and ask him to place this municipality under administration. But it's the one thing that we are not going to allow, is to allow the ANC to come back through a back door.
But that's essentially what you're doing, is it not? When the province is under the administration of the ANC. So if you're putting this municipality, taking it to Kota, you're giving it to the ANC, are you not?
We are not giving it to ANC. We are asking them to second an administrator that will come back and stabilize Lekwa. If you remember very well, Lekwa municipality was dissolved before the 2021 local government elections. And then elections took place, and Mr. Metla was the administrator that was seconded to Lekwa. He then left the office. There was no report also that was given to us advising us what informed the decision to actually hand over this municipality over to the LCF, because we understand that there were issues of a financial recovery plan that needed to be attended to as well. And over and above that, the service delivery has always been a core issue in Lekwa. That is why majority of the community members, they did not even vote for the ANC. They rejected the ANC because they were not happy under the ANC government. Then they gave the LCF a chance. Seeing the numbers that the LCF received on the ballot, we thought it would be a best decision to actually give another political party, based on the promises that they have been making, that they are going to improve the lives of the communities in Lekwa. But today, the situation has since deteriorated. And we have businesses that have closed down that rely solely on the use of water. Right now, there are also allegations that one of the biggest companies in Lekwa, named Goldie, is going to retrench about 50% of their staff because of the shortages of water. And Lekwa happens to be one of the areas with the highest rates of unemployment. And the people that are going to be retrenched now, you can find that are people that are the breadwinners at their homes. Now they are coming to add on the state that we are currently sitting in.
Sanjana, tell me exactly what would have expected the mayor to do, because I have the mayor here, and these are the issues that I brought to him. And he says to me that, one, the areas, for example, that have got taps that are running dry, have had those taps running dry for 15 years. It's a matter that happened 15 years ago. It is got nothing to do with his administration. It's the previous management. But where he was sitting as a mayor, he says, I have already deployed people. They are on site right now. They are working on the pipe, working on fixing that infrastructure.
That statement is very much misleading. I am a resident of Lekwa. I am a member of parliament and a constituency head. I come home every Friday. If I am not at work, Lekwa is my constituency. If I'm not in parliament, if I'm not in Cape Town, I am expected to be on the ground 24/7. That statement is misleading, and the executive mayor knows that very well.
So you are saying there are currently no workers on site at the water treatment plant attending to the problems?
There are no workers that are at the water treatment plant. I understand that there is an intervention that was proposed by the minister. But even when those people came to work, apparently they were stopped. We tried to get answers from the executive mayor. Hence, I explained to you that I tried to reach out to the executive mayor, and he was not answering the call. But let's go back to the issues that he's referring to, that those areas that whose taps are running dry are areas that have been dry for more than 10 years. Those areas that he's referring to, it is the areas in Ward 5, that should be Palama, Crossroads, Mkrewane, and Extension 2, as well as Emapeshin. Those areas, they have not had water for more than 10 years. I took an initiative and called and communicated with the office of the Department of Water Services, Water and Sanitation. They indicated that they will intervene. Apparently, they did a study and discovered that there is a reservoir that needed to be fixed in that area. But as I am speaking to you right now, all wards in Lekwa, even the wards that I'm residing in together with my mother and my kids in Ward 6 Esmendeni, we do not have water. There was a time where we went for 6 days without water. And at times we'll get water for only 1 hour in the morning. If you are lucky and you woke up early around 5, between 5 and 6, you will be lucky enough to be able to store water in the bucket. But after that, you won't have any water to be able to use. Yes. And the executive mayor, when we marched, those are the issues that we were raising. We came to that march with a resident from Roykopen, from Emuroka, Jabavu, from Esimendeni, from Enyodeni as well, to raise those concerns. He said that the DA is playing cheap politics and we're playing on people's emotions. He knows very well that statement was also misleading. He needs to acknowledge that under his leadership, under his administration, the situation kept deteriorating. He needs to tell us what were the reasons and if there were any interventions in place. When he keeps denying, then it means he has lost touch with the issues that are happening in Lekwa. He does not even know what's happening in Lekwa because the issues that we are raising, they are genuine. And over and above that, we are sitting with the executive mayor that approved that the council and the officials should go and play and participate in the summer games. Those games were held in Durban. They took about 74 officials, and the report indicates that there's an amount that allegedly close to $1 million that was spent because they stayed there from Sunday to Sunday, that is 7 days. They were in hotels. and they had to pay for their transport, they had to pay for their food. And we feel that that decision was very misplaced because they needed to get their priorities right. So a municipality that is ailing, a municipality like Lekwa, these games were not supposed to have taken place in the first place. This money was supposed to be redirected for service delivery, and water is a basic need. People cannot go without water. We made consultations with community members. It was so heartbreaking to discover. I can even send you the photos. On those meetings, it is the elderly members of the community that came out into those meetings and told us that they're even unable to drink their medications because they do not have water. It is the whole town of Lekwa, not only the areas that he's talking about that have not had water for more than 10 years. Why would we pin all those issues on him? I know about those issues. I have also raised them in Parliament through motions. I have sat in the portfolio committee of COCTA raising those issues. The issues that I'm raising are issues that happened under his administration. Okay. Those are the issues he was supposed to address, and he did not address.
So you are resigned then, Angela, to the fact that there is a possibility, as we have seen in other municipalities, of an ANC-EFF partnership that could possibly take over and run that municipality at this point?
I cannot be able to speak on behalf of the ANC or the EFF. I think you are more than welcome to contact them.
But I'm saying to you, as a Democratic Alliance, have you resigned to that reality or possibility? As the Democratic Alliance, I'm not asking you what the other parties are saying. I'm asking you, as the Democratic Alliance, you are resigned to that possibility of an ANC.
I have answered these questions at the beginning of this interview, that as a Democratic Alliance, what we want is this municipality to be placed under administration. That is all we want. We want this municipality to go back under administration. We will not allow the ANC to come back through the back door, because the LCF found the mess that we were in that was created by the ANC. It is because of those reasons that we took a stance that we will never work with the ANC, with the EFF. Now that we find ourselves in this situation, we also understand that Lekwa municipality, it is the only municipality in Mpumalanga that was not governed by the ANC.
Right.
But we were not going to protect the EFF at all costs, not at the cost of people not getting water.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying, with the ANC having 42% of those votes, with the ANC having 42% of those votes and the EFF having 9% of those votes, if they are deciding to work together, it's not a back door. It will be a coalition agreement similar to the one that you had in terms of your voting arrangement, and they could be running that municipality without an administrator.
I still maintain that we are going to write to the MEC and ask the MEC to put the municipality under administration. And over and above that, the nicest thing about having a bigger political party like the Democratic Alliance, we have a footprint at a local level, at a provincial level, at a national level as well. Even in the march that we held in Lekwa, we had our Shadow Minister of the Water and Sanitation, Honorable Leon Passon. So Leon will also be assisting us to table the matter before the minister, so that he also assists us in pushing for this municipality to be placed under administration. That is what we want. What the ANC and the EFF will decide upon, we won't be able to influence that decision. But all we want is for the municipality to go under administration, and our colleagues have already embarked on that process.
Angela, appreciate your time. Angel Khanyile speaking on behalf of the Democratic Alliance there. Lekwa Local Municipality Mayor Delani Thabethe has been ousted in a motion of no confidence, a story that is certainly developing.